guys, what's up? It's your girl Tash. Welcome back to my channel. Hey girl, hey. We are finally on the last and final video for what else? My 2019 favorites. Today we are going to be talking about all of my 2019 favorites cheek palettes. And as you guys have seen through the course of the last 3 days, the reason that I've had to film so many videos is because there have been so many amazing products. And you guys, the thing is that this is not even all of the ones that I would classify as favorites from this year. It's just I really had to take the time and sit here in my studio and really think about the products that I just kept grabbing for over and over and over. So if you are curious to see which products made the cut, then just keep watching. So my other videos have been about 20 to 25 minutes. I'm going to try to get this one gone through very, very quickly. We do have quite a few blushes, bronzers, highlights in here. Nevertheless, we're going to get through this video quick. So the very first one that I want to talk to you guys about is the Covergirl Peach Punch Blush. This actually smells like peaches. It is really, really good. It's a very beautiful everyday blush. It looks like it doesn't pack enough pigment, but girl, when you apply this to the apples of the cheeks, it's just kind of a nice peachy, but you just got pinched, you know what I mean? It's a very, very, very long-wearing, beautiful, and affordable blush, and I absolutely love this one. The next product is by NYX. This is their matte bronzer, and this is in the shade Deep Tan. I really enjoy this bronzer. It's kind of got like a hint of red in it, and generally, you guys, I'm one of those girls, I go back and forth. Now, I have neutral undertones, so I can go either way with the more orangey bronzer or the more red one. I generally do prefer the red kind. So when I found this one, I think it was about 10 bucks, and I picked it up, I brought it home. I have not been able to put it down. It is so good. It's not muddy when you're blending it out. It blends like a dream, and it's just one of the perfect matte bronzers in my opinion for at least my skin tone and deeper. So moving on to the next one. I know you guys have heard me talk about this one a ton. This is the Revolution Ultra Bronze, and it doesn't have a shade on it. This is the only one from that collection. As you guys can see, this is a humongous pan. Now, I have not been able to find this little guy recently, so I don't know if this was like something that they stopped making. I actually got sent it when I purchased a bunch of stuff from Makeup Revolution, and they sent it to me in a makeup bag with a couple other items. But ever since I've gotten it, I keep using it and using it and using it. I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's a big dent in that pan. I think I'm about to hit pan on this, and I'm sad because it's such an amazing bronzer. Between the blendability and the way that it wears on the skin, superb. The next one is by Buyeo Beauty, and this is one of their mini palettes. This is the Get Glowing Highlight and Contour Palette in Medium Deep. This one I love because, I mean, the shades work very, very well on my skin tone. I love that it has all 3 products in it. It's kind of a one and done, especially if you're traveling or you, like me, you like to carry a makeup bag on you. So it's really easy to touch up during the day if you need to. It has a beautiful, beautiful coral blush in it. But it would pair well with deeper skin tones as well. It's got a very nice highlight in it, super pigmented. It's just a really great palette, and I believe these palettes are only $5 because everything in the line is $5 and under. So definitely worth checking out if you have not checked out Buyeo Beauty. Moving on to the next product, and this is by AOA Studio. This is one of their Be Perfect blushes, or Perfect Blush. This one's in the shade Looker. Now, I did just try this one out recently, but since trying it out, it's kind of one of those products that I've been slapping on my face daily almost, and it's just a really beautiful blush. It is kind of a deeper pink, it reminds me of like a deeper pinky wine color, kind of like Wet n Wild's Mellow Wine, but deeper, and it's just really beautiful. A little bit goes a very long way. These are very pigmented, and these last all day on the face, and they are only $1. Girl, cannot go wrong with that. So the next one is by NYX. This is the Sweet Cheeks blush in Bang Bang. The reason I tried this one out is because of one of the YouTubers that I watch. Me and her have like the same shades, like skin tone and whatnot. And when she applied this to her face, I was like, when she got ready to, I was talking to the phone. I was like, no, 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 what are you doing? And she applied it and it was so gorgeous. Now again, this is one of those blushes you only need a tiny bit. A little bit goes a very long way. These blushes are beautiful. They're matte, they're long wearing, and they just add the most beautiful flush of color to the cheeks. I absolutely love this one. The next one, don't mind my packaging, it's a little beat up. She has been used and abused. This is by Catrice, and this is their 3D Glow Highlighter in Warm Embrace. I don't know, you guys, when I did my full face of Catrice, if you have not seen that, I will link the video up here for you. But I just could not put this down for a couple of months. There's the shade right here. It's just so beautiful. And what I love about this highlighter is it's nice and creamy. I feel like you get a pretty good amount of product for what you pay. Catrice is very affordable and it's very long lasting, but it does not highlight the texture on your face. And I love that. So moving on to another very affordable highlighter. I have talked to you guys about these several times. If you've seen any of my dollar store videos, like the full face of makeup, this is the LA Colors Glow Time highlighter. And you can actually pick this up at your local Dollar Tree. If they carry the LA Colors like highlighter contour sets and that, they should have these. You get quite a bit of product in here for only $1, and these highlights, again, creamy, last all day, don't highlight texture. They're just very beautiful and they blend out very nicely. And they be shapoppin', as my friend Camille would say. Oh, I love it when she says shapoppin'. Alright guys, so the next one we are going to go into is by Muse, and this is their Glow Trio palette. You get 3 shades in here. I feel like this highlight palette is very inclusive and that every skin tone can get away with wearing this. If you have very pale skin to medium skin to very deep skin, girl, everybody can wear this. I even rock this shade right here because it's just like that nice opalescent shade, and they blend out so beautifully. They're nice and thin. Side note, they are very powdery, but I mean, it's $1 and these are super pigmented and like creamy, guys. You can also rock these as eyeshadows and they are just beautiful. Pop it in the inner corner as well as anywhere else on your face that you like to highlight, and it's $1 and I think it's worth it. This is one of my faves. Moving on to the next product, look at my little baby mini Fenty Beauty bronzer. I purchased this one because this is the first product that I purchased from Fenty. Wasn't sure if I was going to like it, so I am going to eventually buy the full size once I make it through this one. This is their bronzer in Caramel Cutie. I just think this is the perfect shade for me. Like, I know that the other ones are more reddish kind of toned, whereas this one, I don't know, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Hoola by Benefit, which was in last year's favorites. I love that bronzer. But I don't know, this one just has like a different tone to it. I can't describe it. If you can, comment down below. But I absolutely love this bronzer. If you guys were to ask me if I thought it was worth the full price of the large one, I would say absolutely. Just very creamy. There's no kick up in the pan when you're dipping your brush in. And I'm like, no kick up. So I just love the way that it blends and the way that it wears on the skin all day. And I love the packaging. It's super cute. Alrighty, moving on to another super affordable blush. This is the Clean Color Miss Chick blush in the shade Spice. I like this one because it's an everyday shade. These are $1. They're very, very pigmented. So if you have these blushes or you're thinking about ordering them, I'm warning you, just go in with a super light hand. You can always add more if you need to, but you can't take it away. So these are just amazing blushes. And again, for $1, and I can't believe these last all day long. Alright guys, the next one is another blush. This was like the year of blushes for me. Blushes and highlights, I think. This is the Revolution blush in the shade Rose Kiss. I think these are called the Reloaded blushes. Anywho, this is just like the perfect rose toned shade for me. It really gives me that pop of color of like, again, my cheeks were just pinched or I just walked out in the cold, and I just love it. It goes with everything in my opinion. And again, lasts all day long, super affordable. Another palette that I have raved about to you guys since I tried this out is the City Color Cheek Me Out palette. And it is a dupe for a high-end palette. If you have not seen that video, I will link it up here for you. You get 6 beautiful shades. You get some blushes, you get bronzer, you get highlights. And you even get a blush or two with a little bit of shimmer in it. And these I actually like. I'm not the biggest fan of blush with shimmer in it because generally it highlights my texture and I don't like that, but these don't do that. And they are so good. They're nicely pigmented. They're creamy but powdery, if that makes sense. And they last all day long again. And I believe this palette is $10 or under. I'm telling y'all, I say it all the time, stop sleeping on City Color, you guys. They are an amazing indie brand and they're so underrated. The next one I feel like again is no surprise. This is the BH Cosmetics Glowing in Grease palette. When I first got this, I'm sure I drove y'all crazy, but you guys know I'm a sucker for a good peach coral shade, and I really enjoyed this one because of all the tones. Now I will actually mix all 3 of these together and pop that on my cheeks, and it kind of gives me like a little personalized shade. Or you can wear them separately. You can also use the highlighters down here as well. It is powdery, but again, it's that nice, beautiful, rich pigment. They last all day on the cheeks. And the highlights can even be used as eyeshadows again. I don't feel like these highlight the texture on my skin either, which is why these products made it into the 2019 favorites. The next 2 are by NYX, or no, Rimmel. These are Rimmel Maxi blushes. I could not pick just one, guys, because when I hauled these, I just kept switching back and forth. Sometimes I would mix them. I know, I'm crazy. This is the one in Wild Card, and this is in Sweet Cheeks. These are under $5 at your local Walmart. Again, guys, super duper pigmented. You get a ton of product in here, and once again, they last all day long on the cheeks. The next one is by City Color, and this is their matte blush. This is in the shade Coral. I have a lot of these, and I just want to do a small disclaimer really quickly. A couple of years back, City Color had an investigation going on where there were certain chemicals found in their products. I believe, I don't want to say exactly what. I will link the video that there was an article that was put out, but somebody called me on it. I'll link it up here for you, and then you can check it out so that you know that these products I'm talking to you about are safe, just in case you heard anything about that. So moving back on to these matte blushes, these are absolutely gorgeous. I have several shades of these B matte blushes and the matte blushes. There's 2 different kinds. And I just love them because you get a ton of product. I mean, as thick as this compact is, that's as thick as the pan is. And they're really richly pigmented. They last all day. I just can't complain. They're beautiful, beautiful blushes. The only downside for me is the cheap packaging because it usually breaks and I don't like that. But for the price, I can't complain. Alright, next product is no surprise again. This is the Wet n Wild Loose Highlighter and I'm So Lit. You get a ton of product in here, guys. I will never finish this highlighter, but this is just, oh my goodness. If I had to pick one out of all of these highlights that I've talked about, I would probably pick this one. It's just so beautiful. Now the downside is you're using a loose highlighter. It is messy. But girl, it's worth it. These are $5 and under, and it's just the most beautiful highlight on all skin tones across the board. Again, these do not highlight texture. The next one, I was really super excited that I tried this one out, you guys. This is the most creamy highlight that I have ever used in my entire life. This is the Revolution Pro Supreme Highlight in Metal. All 3 of these shades are super pigmented and super creamy. I'm actually going to put this up next to the camera so that you guys can see how creamy these are. Do you see that? How it has those indents in there? It's because they're so creamy, but they're beautifully pigmented. They look intimidating in my opinion once you actually swatch them, but when you dip your brush in there, tap it off a little bit, goes a very long way with these, and you blend it out on the high points of your face. Oh my goodness, girl, they're gonna see you from space with this highlight, okay? The next one is by Clean Color, and this is their MegaWatts palette. Now, I did test this out in a video for you guys. If you have not seen my full face of Clean Color, go check it out. I really enjoyed all of these. So you actually are supposed to get a bronzer shade in this one, but I didn't use it as a bronzer, so to me it's for highlights. Now, I did swatch the bronzer shade right here. That's a highlight to me. So I actually rock that one quite frequently as a highlight. I absolutely love it. Now, these are really, really powdery, but for the price, which I will link down below, girl, look at all that product you're getting. And they blend out really, really beautifully. You guys have actually complimented me while I was wearing these highlights before, and I believe this palette is $5 and under. You do get a small little mirror in here, and it's just a nice affordable palette to add to your collection if you're looking for highlights. Last and final product in this video is by Catrice, and this is the Catrice X Iman blush palette. You guys, I really enjoyed this. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful colors, and I feel like there is at least 2 shades in here for every single skin tone. Again, this is one of those products that you really want to be careful with because they're very pigmented. A tiny, tiny bit of product goes a very long way. If you pick this up, you will not regret it. It's just so beautiful. There's a shade in here for every season, every look you could possibly want to do, and I just think that you'd really enjoy adding this to your collection. Does come with a mirror, and yeah, I don't know if this is limited edition. They've had this out for quite a while. You can pick this up at Ulta, or you can also order it from Catrice. All right, you guys, that is it for my 2019 faves of cheek products. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I want to give a shout out to the new subscribers. Hey girl, hey. Don't be shy, say hello in the comments. We love to chit chat, joke around, share products, tips, tricks, all that. Have a great time here on my channel. So excited that you guys have joined me. 2020 is gonna be, 2020 is gonna be a fun year, guys. I want to thank you, all of you that clicked on this video, taking time out of your busy days to come hang out with me. It truly means the world to me. I love you guys to the moon and back. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.